right.
So Bobbie and I just left rehearsal at Wing It. We're outside of Interplace. And Bobbie, I would love for you to just tell the camera what you told the group about the different ways you've been using MuseCube since you got a pair.
Well, it's so funny because I'm really excited. Last night, I had given a pair of MuseCubes to my board president in my church, and she is a teacher of gifted children, and she said, I just love those MuseCubes, because every time I take them to class, the students are always asking me, are we doing that again today? Are we doing those MuseCubes again today? So that was the first thing. The second thing was my grandson. He's 4 years old, and a few weeks ago I took the MuseCubes to when I was going to babysit him, and he can't even read yet, but I would throw them down and I would read what he had to do. And he had such a ball. He didn't want to stop. We were going for 30, 40 minutes with those MuseCubes. And then at Thanksgiving, he came to my house, and the first thing he said is, come on, Bobbie, where are those dice? Where are the dice so we can play? And other little kids were there, too, and they were all looking around, and they all wanted to play with the MuseCubes.
Did they have a favorite or the cutest sound or movement that they like to do?
It was interesting because moan was something they didn't really understand what moan was, and he says, that's a little bit scary. And so he says, is that like a monster? I'm like, oh no, it's kind of like you're in pain. So they didn't have a favorite per se, but then when he couldn't read anymore, he wanted to start making up his own. Let's make up some other ones, and
that's
so
great.
That was really great. Yeah.
And you said you've used them in church meetings too?
Yeah, I was teaching a course for a group, and I would use it to as a warm-up, as an icebreaker, because I didn't want, these were some kind of stuffy people, and I wanted it to be more fun, and they loved it. Every week they would ask, can we do that again?
That's great. That's
so
great.
The MuseCubes are really great. I love them. I actually usually carry them around in my purse with me everywhere I go.
You know, that's the most common thing I've heard people say, is they just put them in their purse so they always have them handy. Well, thank you so much for telling your story.